everyone. You know, in a time when it's so easy to feel anxious, defeated, and sad, let's flip the script and learn to celebrate the small joys. New York Times best-selling author and advocate for positivity, Neil Pasricha, is here.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. It has been.
To talk about his new book. So it's our Book of Awesome. We're so proud of you. So for those, first tell us about this book.
Well,
because I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a while.
Tell me everything.
You said flip the switch. I actually think we're at a breaking point, Tracy. I think that we are in the throes of a mental health pandemic right now. Anxiety's at an all-time high. Depression's at an all-time high. Loneliness is at an all-time high. We need a break. We need a way to remind ourselves of what the simple joys in life are all about. Like when you completely nail the timing on that avocado. Right?
Yeah.
When you carry the ice cube tray.
5 minutes.
Yeah, there's otherwise this black splotchy or whatever.
Yeah.
You get carrying the ice cube tray from the sink to the freezer without spilling anything.
Yes.
When your kid actually finishes their dinner. Can you relate to this one? Right? So all our Book of Awesome is 500 things like this. 500 simple moments to make us remember how special it is to be alive.
I love that. And it's not about, you know, ostrich putting your head in the sand and forgetting anything bad is happening.
Yeah.
It's about adding more good.
It's about,
that's what we all need to do, add more good.
It's about adding more good. You know, it's not just me saying it. There's been a study done at Harvard since 1938 where they've tracked over 700 people. It's the longest study in happiness ever done. And you know what they have found, Tracy, is the #1 driver of happiness? Community, connection, things like this, hanging out in this room again with people here, right? It's about being together. And so I call this one our Book of Awesome because it's meant to kind of feel like you are reading it with people around the world. And you can use the book as a way to sort of trip into gratitude games that you can do with your family or with your friends.
Okay, I love that. Let's talk about what kind of gratitude games we can take from this.
Absolutely. So listen, if you're anything like me, at the dinner table at night, everybody's, you know, someone grab the cup, someone grab the condiments. Everyone's like struggling.
Things are spilling.
Things are spilling. There's someone's in a bad mood. Everyone's in a bad mood. So I advocate a game called Rose, Rose, Thorn, Bud. You pound your fist on the dinner table, the forks go flying, and you say it's a happiness intervention. Everybody tell me a rose from your day. What's a rose? You can take it from our Book of Awesome. You can take it from your, there's a new Timbit down at the coffee shop, right? The boss sent me an email with a compliment. Right? Texting your husband when he's upstairs and you're downstairs to bring you the laundry, whatever it is. You can, little tiny joys, right? And so you do that around the dinner table. You do it again, a second rose. Then you do a thorn. A thorn is something to get off your chest. What didn't go well? We all have it. You need a place to vent. The dinner table works. Then a bud, B-U-D. A bud is something you're looking forward to. A stack of pancakes on Saturday, maybe, or, you know, you want to rent a villa in Tuscany when you're 100. It doesn't matter when it is. Rose, Rose, Thorn, Bud is a simple gratitude game you can use at your dinner table or with your partner before bed to put yourself in a better frame of mind.
There's something about anticipating good things that's really good for your brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the earlier you find out about the good thing, the better. I decorated early this year for the holidays because it's like, why not? Like, bring on the happiness, but you have to be intentional about it.
We have to be intentional about it because I'll tell you what, social media algorithms are actually not going to give us good news. They're going to feed us negativity. Our brains have an amygdala in them that makes us want to look at endless bad news all day. So what did Emmons and McCullough find out when they did research on gratitude? They found that if you write down, talk about, or share gratitudes, even 10 a week, then after a 10-week period, Tracy, you're not just happier, you're physically healthier. You want the easiest gym technique of all time? You don't even have to go to the gym. Just write down and talk about gratitudes. It primes your brain for positivity. You start seeing good things everywhere. It's hard to do, especially in this day and age, but our Book of Awesome is one way to help.
Now, you were talking a little bit about folks being so lonely, more lonely than they've ever been before.
That's right.
And I also saw that New York Times article where it said this is the biggest generation of folks over 50 who will be living alone.
Yes.
Is this why these gratitude moments matter? Like, is this sort of the antidote to a world that is just completely beyond our control and feeling very negative?
I absolutely think so. So Surgeon General Vivek Murthy in the United States has said that loneliness is the next big epidemic. Surgeon General usually talks about cigarettes and obesity, right? They're saying loneliness now. For those that may remember, the Book of Awesome, which is the original book in the series, came out in 2010. And when it came out, cities like Calgary, Alberta, Rothsay, New Brunswick started reading the book together. It went viral through the school system. People started putting up walls of awesome. Old folks' homes started putting up walls of awesome. And so guess what happened? We started creating the community around things that make us more in common, not less. In this age of divisiveness, we need to talk about simple pleasures because you know what? Flipping to the cold side of the pillow in the middle of the night, we all like it. Doesn't matter who you are, what your background is.
Right.
And that's what the book is full of. It's things like that.
Oh, I love that. Or kicking out the one leg and it fixes all your problems.
That's right.
Like you're hot and it's like, but I'm just going to take out this one leg. It's like, oh my God, it's perfect. Perfect temperature. Okay, we're going to throw to the audience now because we've heard what should constitute as awesome. I want you to name a moment that feels awesome to you. So I'm going to go to Allison. Allison, what feels awesome to you today or always?
Today, especially a great cup of coffee in the morning, like a dress that is made perfect. And then every day I work with kids and I get to see that light bulb moment. So that to me is always a moment of awesome. I love
Very
it.
nice. Light bulb moments. Okay, how about you, Nikki in the audience? What would you say is an awesome moment either today or always?
Definitely when I have a minute of the day that my 3 kids are not arguing.
Miracle.
You should actually get them strapped in the car seats in the driveway before you've backed out, you know.
Yes.
Enjoy that moment.
Isn't it such a good time? And then you feel like, oh, I'm such a good parent. For like a minute and 30 seconds. Yeah. And then it's like, whatever, that's on them. They'll be fine. I love it. But the point is intentionality. So, Neil, thank you so much for always spreading that joy and that positivity our way. And if you think it's going to be hard to come up with your own list of awesome, then perhaps reading the book will help. Everyone in our audience is going home with a copy of our book of awesome.
And you
It's
signed them all.
good. And he signed them all. Stay tuned for more awesome Cityline after this. Stay with us.